Hey guys, witam was wszystkich serdecznie. I hope you're all doing amazing today. I'm Mysticle, and I'll be bringing you the latest in AR and VR news. Trust me, this week has been a little bit crazy. A lot of good, but also a lot of bad. So, as usual, you have chapters down below to skip to any specific part that you are most interested in, and let's get right into it. So, we're gonna begin with a pretty big one, but also a sad one. Rec Room. Yes, that Rec Room is shutting its doors June 1st, 2026. And this is really sad. Rec Room is one of the original virtual reality social apps, and this info comes straight from the company's own blog post, titled "School's Out for Rec Room." Over its decade of existence, Rec Room grew to 150 million registered players. People made over 500 million friends on the platform. The top UGC rooms saw over 500 years of playtime each. Those are some genuinely insane numbers. And yet, despite all of that, they somehow never cracked sustained profitability. In their own words, "We spent a long time trying to find a way to make the numbers work, but with the recent shift in the VR market, along with broader headwinds in gaming, the path to profitability has gotten tough enough that we've made the difficult decision to shut things down." For those that don't remember, Rec Room launched in 2016, and by 2018 it had already shifted focus to flat screen, PC, PlayStation, iOS, Xbox, Android, and the Nintendo Switch. By 2026, the vast majority of Rec Room's player base was non-VR. That pivot to mobile and console is exactly what they needed to survive. But it still wasn't enough. The warning signs were there. In 2025, Rec Room laid off 50% of its staff after a failed expansion of UGC tools to consoles and mobile. That was actually their second round of layoffs in 2025. There was a 16% cut earlier that year. They admitted at the time that the bulk of their most important content comes entirely from PC and VR creators. So they gutted the people that were building the platform. Couldn't replace that with mobile growth, and here we are. So here's what happens now. New account creation is already disabled. You can no longer add friends, and Rec Room Plus subscriptions have been extended to June 1st at no extra charge. Monetized UGC creation is ending. June 1st is the end. This one genuinely stings. Even if you've never played it, Rec Room was proof that VR social spaces could work at scale. It got people into headsets for the first time. It had creators building incredible things. The fact that 150 million players and a decade of community building still couldn't make it profitable tells you something real about where the VR social platform business model is right now. Rest in peace, Rec Room 2016 to 2026. I played Rec Room a little bit, not too much, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but I do know people who played Rec Room quite a lot. And even if I didn't know people that did, the amount of people that played it is enough to show you that people cared. And there's just something really sad about losing a virtual reality social platform that was there with us from the very beginning. And I wish all the people affected the best of luck in their future endeavors. Let's continue the bad news, with Polyarc Games this time, the Seattle studio behind Moss and Moss Book 2, and most recently, Glassbreakers, champions of Moss, as they have also announced major layoffs. In a statement on LinkedIn, they said after an unsuccessful effort to secure funding following the cancellation of a major project, they had to significantly reduce the size of the company. No numbers given officially, but significantly reduce is never good. A major project got cancelled, they couldn't find replacement funding, and now the team takes a hit. Polyarc is one of those studios that genuinely cared about VR. Moss was a beautiful, critically acclaimed VR exclusive. If you haven't played it, it's still one of the best first-party virtual reality experiences out there, especially if you're into platformers. And as I said before, the art style here is absolutely stunning. The fact that they are struggling to secure new funding for a project is a concerning sign for the mid-tier VR development space. They did say they're still operational, and they're making introductions for impacted staff. Our thoughts go out to everyone affected. Again, really sad story here, but I am starting to see a very unfortunate trend. And here it's not even like Polyarc is trying to replace most of the staff with AI, as a lot of people seem to think quite a few of these companies are doing. This is just another really sad story about a company trying to secure funding for their next project, their next big game, and being unable to. This is something we see way too much of in virtual reality. And then people start asking themselves the question, why? People love complaining about there being a lack of titles for virtual reality, a lack of content, and while that is true, this hopefully shows you a little glimmer of why a lot of people just don't try. So now let's move on to something a little bit more positive, and very much in Meta's wheelhouse right now. 2 new Ray-Ban smart glasses have shown up in FCC filings, codenamed Scriber and Blazer. Model numbers RW7001 and RW7002. This was first spotted by journalist Ranko Rotgers, and then Bloomberg's Mark Gurman followed up with reported details. According to Gurman, both models will be prescription-focused, intended specifically for prescription wearers, coming in rectangular and rounded styles, and sold primarily through traditional prescription eyewear channels, rather than the usual Ray-Ban stores. That's a meaningful shift. Meta's existing smart glasses do support prescription lenses, but they're designed and marketed as sunglasses first, significantly heavier than regular glasses. These new models sound like they're genuinely trying to be your everyday pair. In these ones, there is no display expected, like all Meta smart glasses except the Ray-Ban display. The FCC filing timing matters here too. Historically, the 3 hardware generations of Ray-Ban Meta glasses all launched within a month of their FCC filings, so these could be imminent. Gurman is reporting this could potentially happen this week. The model numbers are also new hardware generation numbers, which suggests that we could be looking at a new chip inside, possibly even a Snapdragon AR1 Gen 2 if Qualcomm is ready with that. And these devices were tested on Wi-Fi 6, while the current glasses use Wi-Fi 6E at 6 GHz. So there's a slight difference there that is worth noting too. And for some context, EssilorLuxottica revealed earlier this year that they sold over 7 million smart glasses in 2025 alone, effectively tripling all prior years combined. Meta is absolutely doubling down on their smart eyewear. They are clearly a hit, and it makes absolute reason for them to do so. And apparently, prescription wearers, like myself, is the next market they're going after. I'll be very interested to see what they come up with here, and how they make these glasses even slimmer and make them ready for everyday use. After all, everyday use and prescription means all-day use. How on earth will they make the battery last that? Now, onto some X news, as Luna has once again been quite busy this week. 3 things worth flagging from her recent posts. First, Project Phoenix input options have been leaked. Luna found strings in Meta's updated human interface design guidelines, confirming that Phoenix, Meta's upcoming high-end headset, will have the option to disable eye gaze pinch input for those who prefer traditional hand targeting or need it for comfort or accessibility reasons. The option is called Hands Target Only. This is a smart accessibility move and confirms Meta is taking seriously the fact that not everyone will want to use gaze and pinch as their primary interaction model. Very cool, love to see it. Second, the Window Manager. In Horizon OS 2.3 PTC, Luna spotted continued work on a feature called the Window Manager, which is an Android XR-style window cleanup system. When you open up a couple of apps, Window Manager will help you arrange those windows into an organized layout. This was first spotted in 2.1 PTC as Arrange Windows. The fact that it's still being iterated in 2.3 suggests it's getting closer to a proper rollout, or at least we hope so. And finally, third, Codec Avatars, something I've been waiting for so long. And Meta is continuing to iterate. Meta appears to be working on bringing Codec Avatar support to the Horizon mobile app. New strings present users with a choice between codec or stylized avatar when creating a profile. Codec Avatars are Meta's photorealistic avatar system, not even available on their highest-end hardware yet. Bringing that choice to the Mobile Horizon app would be a significant step towards making their platform feel more premium and cohesive across devices. And they're kind of behind on this one, so I do wonder when they're going to make it happen, especially now that Android XR has their own photorealistic avatars, and then of course the Vision Pro, which is industry-leading in this space. And talking about the Vision Pro, visionOS 26.4 is out now, and it brings two meaningful updates. The headliner is Foveated Streaming, and it's important to understand what this actually means, because Foveated Streaming is different to Foveated Rendering. Foveated Rendering is the GPU rendering the center of your view at higher quality. Foveated Streaming is the wireless signal prioritizing bandwidth for the area of the frame that you're currently looking at. Two very different things, both useful, and now the Vision Pro supports the streaming version via a new low-level API. This matters because wireless PCVR streaming quality is fundamentally limited by how much data you can push over Wi-Fi. If you can concentrate that bandwidth where the user is actually looking, you get a dramatically cleaner image without needing more bandwidth overall. Apple worked closely with Nvidia on this, and it's being implemented in Nvidia's Cloud XR SDK, which means X-Plane 12 and iRacing are getting official dedicated visionOS clients that use it. Autodesk VR Ed is already adding an immersive mode using pixel streaming, and a lone developer released an app called ClearXR on test flight that lets you stream any OpenXR VR game from your PC with foveated streaming. And I bet the other more popular apps like ALVR are working on implementing this too, if they don't already have it. Here is one caveat though. Nvidia's Cloud XR implementation only currently supports Ada and Blackwell GPU architectures, RTX 40 series and 50 series. If you have an older GPU, you won't benefit yet. The second update in 26.4 is improved spatial audio in mixed reality. The Vision Pro already had audio ray tracing. Seriously? That's what they called it? Insane. That scans the materials of your space to match audio to your environment. With 26.4, the headset now stores and remembers the acoustics properties of rooms that you've used it in, meaning audio ray tracing initializes faster and has a more complete model of your space without you needing to walk around first. That's pretty cool. Making setup faster is something Meta has been doing for years now, and we always love it, so nice to see. And finally, to end this one off, a PSVR sale for those of you that are interested. The PlayStation Spring Sale is now live and runs until April 22nd. Over 70 PSVR2 games are discounted in this one, including some award winners. Upload VR's Game of the Year for 2025, Arcane Age, is in that sale. So is the Midnight Walk, the Game Awards Best VR/AR game, and Ghost Town, the DICE Awards Immersive Reality Game of the Year. All of this will, of course, be linked down in the description below via the Upload VR article, so you guys can learn more. And hopefully, if you're looking for games to play on PSVR, now's your chance to get them cheaper. Overall, though, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world. If you guys liked this one, please leave a like. If you disliked it, I guess this button works too, but let me know why down below. If you're not yet part of our community, check out our Discord and our Reddit down below, where I want to see you posting your spicy memes. And thank you so much to all the members and to all the Patreons supporting this channel. You guys are amazing. Seriously, much love. You help make these videos happen, and it seriously means a ton to me. So thanks again. And as usual, if you want to be notified about content coming up on the channel, make sure to smack the subscribe button with your forehead, ding my bell, and see you again in the next video. Peace.